Here we are with the movie segment. Yes, I know. There's a lot of good movies out. I wish we could talk about all of them. But today we're going to talk about Big Hero 6. The Disney movie. It's really a Marvel movie. It was a Marvel comic, but since Disney, it was Marvel now. It's a Disney movie.
Disney product.
It was a good fit for Disney because it is kind of definitely a kids movie.
So you said you took your kids. How did they like it?
I took my girls. They sat still and watched the movie the entire time, which is a good sign that they liked the movie. I can tell that there's going to be a sequel, or there could easily be a sequel by the way the movie left. The movie left
Wasting no time on that.
It was resolved well. It had a good ending.
So no cliffhangers.
You know, everyone was saved, so to speak, but there was a good setup, a really good setup for something even worse.
Nice.
Yeah. So, if you're not familiar, it's a kid whose older brother invents this robot called Baymax. He's supposed to be a medical assistant. His brother dies in a horrible accident. The kid basically attaches himself to Baymax and vice versa. Is kind of a replacement for his brother, and then sets about to solve the mystery of the accident and begins to unravel the whole thing.
Clever.
Becomes friends with his brother's friends, who are all technological geniuses in their own right, and they basically reinvent themselves as superheroes.
Nice. Along
with the robot, and solve the crime. But it gets even more darker and more twisted than that.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. It gets other dimensions, all kinds of good stuff.
Nice.
So, yeah, if you have kids, you absolutely have to go see the movie. If you don't have kids, you should still go see the movie, but I would probably go at night so you don't look weird while there's a bunch of kids in the theater as the single guy with no kids watching it. A definite purchase when it comes out on DVD, I would say for sure. Now, you've read the comics. How long ago did those comics come out?
It's been several years since the comics came out. It came out as a miniseries. I believe it's available on as a trade paperback.
So we can get those trades here?
Might be something that you want to look into. If you really like the
those.
movie, obviously you want to read the comics, see where it came from.
Yeah, we need to get 3 or 4 of those trades in, because I think we could...
Great for Christmas.
Get some kids reading those. So, Big Hero 6, out now. It's a 3D animation movie done really, really well. Lots of humor, lots of action. There's some sad moments in there. Yeah, I mean, the kid's brother dies, and he's at his kid's brother's funeral.
Are there going to be a lot of toys for this?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of toys.
It's pretty much ready-made to be a toy line,
there'll be several versions of Baymax. There was at least 3 versions in the movie.
It's like you could make a cool inflatable version of him, too.
A giant life-size one? That would be fun. There were lots of cool things in there. So, Big Hero 6, in theaters now. Take your kids, take yourself, come in and get the trade paperback, see how closely those tie up, and also go see a little movie called Interstellar. We didn't review that because it's a really long movie and it would take several hours to review just the philosophy behind the movie. But go see Interstellar too. I know, Matthew McConaughey, all right, let's go to outer space. But go see it. It's excellent as well. And we'll see you next time. Here we are in this week's gaming segment. And Steve, there's so many new games coming out, but I think there's a new video game that everybody's excited about on the Xbox, where you can don your armor now and fly around like Spider-Man. Is it the new Call of Duty Advanced Warrior?
It looks really intense.
It's not out yet, but we can't wait to see it. We'll drop something down here about it, but
The commercials. Wow.
yeah. Now you're not just, crashing helicopters. Now you can actually put on some advanced armor and have some superpowers.
It felt a little like that new Tom Cruise movie with the power armor, the new jacket or whatever they called it.
Day after no, what was that called?
I can't remember.
We
reviewed it, though.
Yeah, woo! We are old, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna have to give us a pass.
Being old is terrible, kids.
Remember back in 2013?
Avoid it at all costs.
Oh man. Back to games, however. We already talked about we're going to talk about the Magic tournament that we're having here with the Modern Masters, which is an awesome deal.
Modern Masters booster drafts.
We got
Sealed boosters.
We got some Dungeons and Dragons getting ready to kick off here at the shop.
Yeah, old school Dungeons and Dragons.
Old school D&D, the kind of D&D that's fun, where the Dungeon Master's not trying to kill you, but you can actually enjoy your game.
Good times.
There's some new Warhammer stuff out. What's Tyranids has got the new.
Tyranids is getting a big boost right now.
Yeah, I saw some of their floating, explodey things. Kind of neat.
They're pretty awful, actually.
Yes.
Tyranid players are about to get a giant boost in their both gaming ability and the just sheer terror factor. It's going to be awful to face anything that they.
If you're a War Machine fan, the beta version of their War Machine Tactics is about to wrap up, and that'll be on Steam. So you'll be able to play War Machine online against your friends.
Looks like it's going to be really cool.
You can build your armies online and practice. You'll be able to try out things where you actually go buy the model kits and put them together.
Yes.
Now I'm sure they're going to have some if you want that character, it's going to cost you kind of thing. Because
like you do.
They're trying to make money. But so far the game mechanics look really accurate to the actual play of the game.
Sweet.
And it's a lot of fun.
This is going to be good.
Yeah, so what else do we have in games? I mean, games.
Well, they just announced the complete version of the BioShock Infinite that I'm excited about. I've been waiting for that.
So
get all the downloadable content. It's
all
got
of the games all bundled
Burial at
together.
Sea 1 and 2, and then all the other DLC that's involved. Super excited about it.
So I won't be seeing you for about a week.
Nobody will see me for about a week.
Send more Hot Pockets.
Hey, you can be underwater and on an airline at the same time. Are you kidding me? I'm going to be skyhooking all over that thing. It's going to be great.
Like he said, it's going to be great.
I'm so excited.
So, hey, this is also a call out to game producers. If you have a new game, you want to demo it, bring it by, demo it with us, and maybe we'll review it on the show.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you next time.
Let's do this.
So, Mr. Murdoch, or Mr. Devil, as I've heard you like to be called, what brings you into the office today? What can I help you with?
Well, Doc, I've been really depressed recently. I'm blind, for one thing. All the other superheroes are making fun of me. I know they're making fun of me.
What makes you think they're making fun of you?
I can just tell it. I have a sixth sense about these things.
Yeah? I mean...
I can sense it. They're making fun of me. They're making faces.
Oh, okay.
Flipping me off. I know what they're doing. They think I don't know, but I know.
I see. In the business we call that paranoid.
Not paranoid. What are you talking about?
Now, I know you're quite an accomplished athlete, even though you're disabled. What about girlfriends? You married? You seeing anybody? I mean, no, sorry, I didn't mean seeing anybody. Are you Feeling anybody? Well, it's time for the TV segment, and there is a lot.
There's a lot on TV
A
right
lot. It's the fall season is full swing, and it is all nerd gory. It's just every channel is every night is nerd.
now. Gotham and Flash,
Gotham,
Arrow,
Flash, Arrow, Sleepy Hollow, Walking Dead,
Constantine,
Agents of Shield. I mean, that's 7, and there's more, I'm sure, that we could get into.
There's a lot of really cool TV
So,
on right
first, we'll talk about the #1 show, Walking Dead. All right, so you guys have just seen tonight's episode, and now you know what's going on with Beth and Daryl and Carol.
Carol.
But I don't want to spoil anything in case you guys just missed it. You're going to watch a replay. So we're going to talk about 2 weeks ago. You should have caught that. And it was all about Abraham. Finally get to learn a little bit more about Mr. Abraham. How
Interesting backstory, yeah.
Yeah, lots of tragedy. I think all of these characters have a lot of tragedy.
Well, I think that's why we're seeing so much flashback this season. It's all about, let's see where these people came from and why they are the way they are now.
None of them are just like, hey, I survived the apocalypse so far, and other than that, my life's been all right. No. All tragedy all the time. But I think they kind of started talking about that a little bit, about, we've weeded out the weak. It's only the tough now. It's only the survivors now, and either you're going to help me or I'm going to need to kill you kind of mentality is, everybody who's left on Earth now have certain skills that have allowed them to survive, and they're all dangerous. Is kind
Plus,
of the
they're not
point.
necessarily even afraid of the walkers anymore. I mean, they're grabbing them and killing them now. They're not.
Yeah, the walkers are just kind of an annoyance now.
It's the other people.
It's all the survivors now that are dangerous. So, but there's no big overarching enemy right now. There's the rescue that you guys hopefully saw tonight, but there's no governor right now, and there's no terminus cannibals. It's just now they're their own worst enemies, and I think we're going to start to see a divided camp at some point. And
yeah, I wondered about that.
yeah, we're going to start to see the team kind of pit against each other for a little bit before coming back together, of course, against a bigger, greater threat, which I'm sure is just down the road. Now, enough about Walking Dead. You've been keeping up with Constantine. How's that going?
So far, that's going really well. He's picked up a new sidekick who has her own individual set of divination almost. She's able to see places that she's not at, and she can draw pictures of those places.
Remote viewing.
Remote viewing,
Yeah.
but from the past, present, and future as well. There's a lot of Doctor Who reference in this series, which I think people are picking up on now.
Are they directly referencing
This-
Doctor Who? Like it's a joke, like
Okay,
Constantine's
for instance-
world is real, but Doctor Who's a TV show?
For instance, his lair, the place that he's using as kind of his headquarters, is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Okay.
And just there's different references that anybody who's a Doctor Who fan would immediately pick up on, and I think that's kind of cool.
It's probably intentional to grab that audience.
I'm kind of digging it so far. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see how far it goes with it.
Well, I know Flash has been a big hit on the CW. Already 3 or 4 episodes out now, and the numbers dropped off from the opening. And they say it's their feel-good superhero show, that all the other superhero shows are too dark.
Interesting.
And they're trying to keep this one a little more Smallville-ish, where it's upbeat, there's a love interest, people are happy.
Smallville was very...
They're still fighting bad guys, but not the superhero doesn't have to be this anti-hero at the same time.
So it's a little more after-school special-ish.
Yeah. Unlike Arrow, which, there's a lot of baggage.
Or Gotham.
Or, well, wow. Gotham's another whole show. We're going to have to talk about Gotham next time, because it's just dark. I mean, how do you get happy?
Violent and bloody.
Yeah, very violent and dark, and even the little boy playing the young Bruce Wayne has got a streak in him that's just...
But it's
I mean,
Batman.
he watched his parents get murdered. I mean, give the kid a pass. But, wow, don't make him mad.
Do not make him mad.
No, Alfred so far seems to be the only sane person on the show. And I'm just waiting for his time bomb to go off. Oh, man, there's so many more shows. We don't even know where to...
It's crazy.
Yeah, we're just going to have to
You can
stop
watch
there.
TV all day and not get to see them all.
Yes, Netflix is going to be your new best friend for a long time to come. And I can't say that we're angry about it. We love it. We love every minute of it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, fellow nerds! If you are in Myrtle Beach, you need to check out XCon Comics on Main Street. It is the heart of the beach. Inside, you will find Nerd Bar, a new concept in nerdy entertainment. XCon Comics is the home of XCon, one of the fastest growing Comic Cons and the biggest in South Carolina. Whether it's comics, games, art, movies, or just something truly unique, XCon Comics and Nerd Bar is the home of what is cool in Myrtle Beach. Check out facebook.com/nerdbar1 for more information. And remember, hot chicks love comics too.
It's time for the event segment of Nerd Bar Live. And Steve, we've got a special event coming up. You need to fill us in on it. Now, it's a Magic tournament.
It's not just a Magic tournament. It's a Modern Masters booster draft.
Modern Masters, which is like the golden cards, right? Sealed packs of Modern Masters.
Yes.
So nobody knows what's in there.
Exactly.
Could be $1 million card for all you know.
It could be $1 million card.
Now, I understand this is a limited deal. That
Yes, I
only,
think we only have spots for 12 people.
so only 12 participants in this Modern Masters booster draft.
Yes.
And I know the prizes are outstanding. Like, first off, you get 12 sealed packs.
Sure, yes, you're getting the packs you're drafting with, but you're also winning packs as well.
So you're getting the 12 sealed packs of Modern Masters, which in itself is a big prize.
Sure.
We're going to throw in a free entry to a Star City Games Open.
Cool.
For all the participants, we have memberships to Star City Games Premium side of their website.
Cool and useful.
We have Star City Games dice that all the entrants will get. We have some play mats that are exclusive that not everybody will get. You got a place in the top 6.
It's kind of cool stuff.
Yeah, so there's lots of goodies.
Nice limited edition stuff.
Now, this isn't a $10 type of thing.
No.
This is, because Modern Masters themselves are, what, $20 a pack?
It's really expensive. It's out of print, of course. I think they made a very, very limited run of it.
Yeah, they're sold out everywhere. You're lucky that we have 2 boxes to do this one-time special event with. We can't repeat this event because once these
Can't get the cards in.
once these cards are gone, they're gone. So if you think you might be interested in it, you need to get in on it.
Absolutely, you need to contact us immediately because as soon as the 12 spots are filled,
That's it. It's filled. It'll be $100 to get in, but you're gonna get, if you win, you're gonna get a lot more than that. If you place, you're gonna get stuff of value.
Sure, and even just playing at it, you're
Just-
still going to get plenty of value for your money. I mean,
I think
these packs are
you're
not-
gonna get $100 worth of stuff even if you come in last. Because 3 packs of Modern Masters is $60. Premium membership on the Star City Games website's like $20 a month. Dice, other prizes. You're gonna get your $100 back even if you come in dead last.
And if you're really good at drafting,
If you come
you're
in
gonna have
first,
some awesome cards.
yeah,
anyway.
you're gonna win a lot. Now we'll put the number down here, and that's gonna happen on a Saturday. What? Right after Black Friday?
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see how. So that tournament will be coming up on a Saturday. Date down here. But we have to have all 12 slots filled before we have the tournament, so it could get pushed back a week or two.
Exactly. So
If
get
you
in
play
here
Magic
and get signed up now.
and you're any good at it, if you play and you're any good and you have friends that play, you need to get everybody in on this because there's only 12 slots. Once they're filled, you still need to come and watch because it's going to be pretty interesting.
I think it'll
to
be
watch.
intense there toward the end.
Yeah, it's going to be loud and rowdy for sure. There'll be a peanut gallery to watch that event. Now, other special events coming up. It's Black Friday. What kind of specials do we have on Black Friday for the store?
Well, we're going to have sales on trade paperbacks and toys. We're going to probably have sales on regular back issues. And who knows, all kinds of special stuff.
Well, if you don't want to just wait for a sale, we've got something really special going on right now. It's our new subscriber plan.
The new deal.
The new deal. Now, here's the deal. You come in, you pick just 5 titles you want to get every month. You pick a 6th one, it's free. And you're going to get 15% off everything. But wait, there's more. If you pick 20 titles that you get every month, which is easy to do, you're going to get, what? How many more free? 3, 4 more free? 5! No. 5 more free. And 20% off everything. But if you just feel bananas and you pick 40 titles, 40 titles, you're going to get 10 free additional titles. You'll be getting 50 comic books a month for the cost of 40 at 25% off. That is equivalent to 50% off. But we're going to throw in free boards and bags. We're going to throw in long boxes because, well, you'll be getting lots of comic books. You're going to need some long boxes. And if you're at that 40 level, free VIP tickets to XCon.
Yeah.
That in itself is a $200 value.
Now you're talking.
Now you're talking. So if you haven't thought, if you're buying comics other places, there's no excuse not to come get them at XCon Comics now because no one's going to beat this deal. But if you never thought about getting into comics, now is the perfect time to come check out this special because we are almost giving them away to you for our cost because we care about you and we want you to be into all the cool nerdy stuff that we're into, and that's why we're making this kind of deal. So come on down to XCon Comics and we'll see you next time. Here we are in this week's Comic Corner, Steve, and I know you got some yummy
Comics.
stuff on top. So what's up?
Fantastic. We have
Ooh, I like when we have number ones.
Django Zorro #1.
This is Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino doing a comic book. That's a thing.
Well, it's his character, but is he actually writing?
Yes.
So Quentin Tarantino is writing this comic book.
Kind of a big deal.
So it's instantly worth money.
He's an icon.
Instantly worth money because Tarantino's name
sure.
is on it. All right, now, he created Django, but he didn't create Zorro.
No.
But I guess Zorro is public domain now.
Well, it's a property that they're already doing comics for, so I think the crossover would be pretty easy.
That would be a pretty tough team to deal with in the West, Zorro and Django
Yeah, I
together.
don't think I'd want to mess with either one of
Yeah.
them, much less both of them together.
No. So, how's his first issue? Does he just start off with a bang?
It's pretty good. I mean, if you like retribution-based westerns and the whole Tarantino flair, there's no loss here. This is win-win, people.
Well, it's a comic. He can go even more over the top than he does in his movies.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't really have to worry about ratings on that.
No.
Comic book.
So,
What you want. Plus, it's a Vertigo title, so
not a kid's comic, then.
no. Dynamite and Vertigo have teamed up on this one. I think it's going to be a great book.
Yeah, well, it's got Tarantino is writing it, so it's going to sell. So you should at least pick up the first issue and stash it away somewhere. Because when they go to make the Django Zorro movie, people are
What a
going to
great
want
combination
this.
that's
People are going to want this book.
Who will play Zorro?
You.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Drifter. Now, I just flipped through it. Steve's read it. A #1, Drifter, by Image. And it looked pretty awesome to me, Steve.
It is pretty awesome. It's the classic astronaut crash down type of a story.
Look at that. How pretty that is.
Basically crashes a ship, wakes up having just drug himself out of a large body of water, makes his way to a settlement, decides that he wants to get back to his crash ship. The scout that takes him back to the crash ship tells him that it's been there for over a year.
So he's missing a year of memory.
He's missed a year
of memory.
somewhere. Yeah.
So and he just crawls out of the water and has missed a year.
Yeah, I don't think he's got much recollection between the actual crash and when he wakes up.
Sounds like an aliens versus cowboys thing.
And it's got all kinds of aliens in it, and it's got all kinds of cool sci-fi illustrations, so bam. I mean, the art in that book is really, really good.
Now this next book, this is an issue 2. We're already sold out of issue 1. This is Charmed. This is kind of another season of the TV show, right?
Yes. They're following in the theme of let's go ahead and make another season of the TV show, but we'll make it in comics.
Now, if you're a fan of the TV show, you're going to want this comic. If you're not a fan of the TV show, but you're a fan of XCon, you're going to want this comic because the artist doing all this beautiful art inside is a very good friend of XCon, Eliza Feliz. She was, in fact, at the early XCons.
Yes. I think she came to the first 3.
And she hasn't been back in a while, but we're going to get her back this year.
She's designed some of our shirts and graphics as well.
Yes. So you're going to want to get these comics and have her sign them when she comes back to XCon this year because she's making her way up and becoming a big name in comic books.
Yeah, I think she's definitely going to start appearing more and more in the books that you see on the shelf.
And speaking of big names in comics, we grabbed this one, the Uncanny Avengers. This is number 23. But this one's special because this is where another one of our good friends, Sanford Green, is starting to do the interior art. There's his name right there.
Check it out.
Mr. Green himself from Columbia, South Carolina, is now the artist for the Uncanny Avengers. He started with issue 23. So this is one of those you grab and you get him to sign because he'll definitely be at XCon this year.
I think we're going to get him to come and do an in-store signing for this as well.
We're going to try, but I know he's going to be
Keep your
at
eyes
XCon.
open for that. We'll announce it on here and on Facebook.
So, 2 XConians. Eliza Feliz is on Charmed. Sanford Green, Uncanny Avengers. You're going to want to get those books. Keep them nice and neat and clean because when they show up at XCon this May, you can get their signatures and just increase the value. And I'm going to throw a little plug out to our boys up in Wilmington, D&D Sluggers. You guys need to come back. We need to hear your new stuff. Great band. Check them out on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that'll be a wrap for this week's Comic Corner.
Unbekannte Täter haben heute früh den Vorstandssprecher der Deutschen Bank, Alfred Herrhausen, ermordet.